biggest misconception men have about women. You think we don't want to be approached, when in reality, most women are dying for you to come up to them.
Stop lying.
Sunday, and I'm where the entire U.S. military visits every weekend, Home Depot. I'm just trying to find my husband.
We got women going to Home Depot to find a husband.
Looking for my future husband in Home Depot. Epic fail.
These 65-year-old women videos going viral where they say, I walked with a feminist. I bought into the argument of being a feminist. Man was an enemy in my life. I'm 65 years old. I've never been married. I have no kids.
This war only ends when you fall. They made their decision.
For those ladies trying to avoid galantines, they're getting down to the studs, so to speak, searching for love in an unexpected place.
Ladies, no joke, Home Depot is where you go if you want to meet a man. I just deleted all my dating apps, and now I'm coming in here punking code to find my next husband.
You live in Iowa specifically where single men are?
Here I am at Home Depot for the third time this month. No husbands in sight.
Okay, that is funny.
Well, I think the hardware they're seeking is not in aisle 3. You know, this is an in-store pickup that I don't think they're going to...
It's amazing the lessons life can teach a person. We got women of all ages going down to Home Depot to find husbands, not knowing that most of those men are married. To be honest, these women should look at their friend zone. There's probably a guy there who would treat them right. We've even had some single men going there as well to try to get at those single ladies.
Sunday, and I'm where the entire U.S. military visits every weekend, Home Depot. I'm just trying to find my husband. The problem is, they all look the same. Is that... Oh, there he is. Oh, no, just looks like him. Don't touch him, Ashley. Learn that lesson.
Oh! Like...
These 65-year-old women videos going viral where they say, I walked with a feminist. I bought into the argument of being a feminist. Man was an enemy in my life. I'm 65 years old. I've never been married. I have no kids. I will never be able to experience what it is to be married to a man when I was in my 20s. The concept of feminism stole that away from me. Just because I looked at man as the enemy, and he's not.
It's really a shame because they will never know what it's like to build a family with a man. That's because they've allowed themselves to be brainwashed by feminism about not needing a man for anything. As you can see here, this is the number of divorce rates from 1990 to modern time today, which explains why men aren't getting married. More on that later.
Feminism has taken away from the women that want to be at home. Because now, a woman who says, oh, I'm a stay-at-home mom, there's embarrassment.
Yeah.
They almost don't want to say it. They make up things. I run an Amazon store. Like, you live at home.
Right.
You know, you're always home. It's not a bad thing. Raising a child is a lot of work. I personally think feminism is destroying femininity.
I agree.
You know what's hot, actually? A guy who can take rejection. That may actually make me double guess myself. Say you approach me, right? And then you're just like, you know, you want to drink on a dance and the bitch is like not feeling you. Like, nah, like I'm good. I mean, thanks for the time anyway. Like, I'll catch you later, you know? Like, if you're smooth with the rejection, it's going to make me be like, hold up. You know what I mean? And then later on, maybe I'll bump into you again and I'll be like, how about that drink?
I'll be like, I'm good, love.
Yeah. You get your lick back. There's no bigger turn off than a guy who can't take rejection or, oh, you're fucking ugly anyway. Yeah, that bitch.
I'm like, oh my God, thank God I didn't want to talk to you. Like, imagine what you're going to be like if we date. Like, that's scary.
This is honestly stupid. If you get rejected, don't make a fool out of yourself and keep trying to pursue that woman. I'm pretty sure there are better things to do than to entertain this game. The best thing you can do is keep moving forward. Looking back will only slow you down.
Never approach. Let the women approach you. That's what high-value men do. That's true prince mentality. I've never approached a woman in my life. Look how I turned out.
If you approach women, they're going to think that you're equal. You don't want that. You don't want to start off a relationship with her thinking that you guys are on equal footing, equal ground. You want to instantly establish that she's chasing you, that you are the prize, that she should be coming after you. She should feel lucky that she's even talking to you. And I got news for you too. too, by the way. If as a man, you have to approach a woman, guess what? You're not talking to a woman. That's just a skin sack that you're talking to.
Wow.
A low value one. Because a real woman would approach you.
So what can you do to get women to approach you?
I'll tell you what you should do. Just exist. Just go out in the world. If they don't recognize your greatness when you walk into a place, they're not worth it. Look at me. I'm a 20 out of 10.
But I think I'm liking her more. She does the things I never asked for. No more. Baby, you can touch and feel just.
Reason why young men especially are hesitant to get married is because for a lot of men, they don't see any benefit from it. You're just putting yourself at a disadvantage. If someday she could say, you know what, I'm not really feeling this anymore, I'm going to divorce you, but you're still going to be responsible for paying for me for the rest of your life.
Like I said, I'm pro prenup, and alimony is not gendered. It's literally a formula in most states. And so in a situation, I do think if a man wants to get married, you should think about this. You should think about this possibility. But I don't think that it's fair that a woman who has given up so much in order to be a homemaker shouldn't have any shouldn't have anything. She should just be left on the street.
Well, prenups do cover alimony, but not child support. But in the case of a divorce, the man would support the child. But that woman is a full-grown adult. She would have to take care of herself if alimony was ruled out inside of a prenup.
My friends told me this morning that they think guys are intimidated by me. I was like, really? Damn, I thought I was just ugly this whole time. No, but for real, if guys don't approach you, don't get insecure about it and beat yourself up about it. Think about it they're probably scared of you because you're so hot. They don't think you're approachable. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't necessarily think being unapproachable is a bad thing. You have your boundaries, you respect yourself, and guys are a little bit scared of you. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, for me personally, I do post my whole life on social media, and I did post when my ex cheated on me. So if I was a guy, I wouldn't necessarily want to talk to me either. For you guys, you're probably just so hot, so well dressed, and you're not as approachable because guys know that you're not easy. But if you're feeling the same way like I was feeling, you're not necessarily the type of girl that likes to put yourself out there or gets a lot of male attention, don't be hard on yourself. Just go have fun with your girls and don't pay attention to it.
They really love throwing that word around, huh? Scared, intimidated. But according to my comment section, they're saying these women aren't worth approaching. The risk is just too great.
When your mom asks you to go to Home Depot right after you do your hair and makeup, period. Do I need to go to Lowe's too while we're at it, while I'm already out? Stop!
Well, guys, 33. It's time I stop playing around, settle down, and find me a husband.
It's too late for that.
So anytime I'm talking to a new guy, I would say for the past maybe 5-6 years, majority of the time they always ask me why I'm single. They can't believe I'm single. They think men are out here approaching me left, right, and center. Let me tell you, like I told them, men do not approach me, okay? It's very rare that a man out in public, out in the world, will see me. I don't care how good I look that day. I don't care how good I smell. I don't care about none of that. They're not walking up to me, and that's because my demeanor says I'm good. I don't come off as friendly. I don't come off as approachable. I don't come off inviting. And that's very intentional, because you're not going to come over here and waste my time. You're not going to come over here and play with me, baby. I'm not the one. And I make it be known before you even open your mouth, before you even fix your legs to come walk over into my space and start exchanging words with me. And I like that. And I'm going to keep it that.
At least she knows it's because her character is lacking, which is why men aren't approaching her. She thinks every man who approach her is there to waste her time. Guess she's gonna be single for a long time.
Woman that goes into the gym and you ask yourself, why does every man stare at me? Why don't I get approached by these men? Is something wrong with me? I'm gonna tell you the answer.
Do tell.
I'm not being delulu. This is just facts. I know it, and I've heard it from men saying why they don't approach me. The reason why you are not getting approached is because these men see you as a woman with high value.
What?
A lot of men just want to have fun, so they go and push themselves on women that they think don't have high value. This is the truth. I'm trying to be kind, but that is the truth. If you are not getting approached in a place where everyone's breaking their necks to stare at you, they know that if they approach you, you will hurt their ego.
Interesting.
And they know that you are better than them. Men can sense if a woman is better than them, and that intimidates them. That just makes them scared, oh shit, no woman can be better than me.
Personally, I take this as a compliment if I'm out in public getting a lot of stares.
Well, that was interesting. But guys aren't approaching women at the gym because they think that they're too high value. A person can't tell if another person's high value just by looking at them.
I agree.
They might get some clues, but a person actually has to get to know someone to find out if they're high value or not. First and foremost, hitting on a woman at the gym goes against gym etiquette. Guys are there to work out, not hit on women. And notwithstanding the fact that a lot of guys are actually shy, and it's only going to be the really confident ones that actually approach women, but even then, guys have been told over and over again, don't approach women, because unless that woman finds you attractive, it's considered to be creepy. So, with all that taken into consideration, it has nothing to do with the men thinking that you're too high value. It has to do with men being prudent.
That is true.
Another rejection story. I know you guys love them. This time, rejected by an Android user. Y'all, Android people are wild. I matched with this guy on Hinge and I noticed he had green text, so of course I had to give him a little shit about having an Android. As one of my friends pointed out, this is literally the oldest joke in the book. Oh, you have an Android? It's a red flag, because obviously I have an iPhone. He literally said he didn't want to go out because of the fixation on the difference in our phone types. I mean, how is that a turnoff? It's literally the oldest joke in the book. How about, sir, it's a turnoff that you do not have a sense of humor and you are so attached to your phone that you can't take the joke. I mean, seriously, y'all, Android people are something else.
That man literally dodged a bullet. I really didn't see the need to point out the fact that he's got an Android. Is she dating the phone or the person behind it? He's probably heard that from a lot of women with iPhones while texting. Good job, sir. Imagine telling a stranger them having a certain phone is a red flag and then being offended when they don't want to know you anymore.
Stop looking at my...
At one time a lady beat on my door looking for her boyfriend, but had the wrong door.
I just wish things would get better. I'm trying to get rid of them, but nothing seems to stay the same. Woke up in the morning, doing my hair, makeup, getting my clothes on. Walking into school, thinking of what is going to happen next. Oh, whoa, things are
Just look at them eyes. Pretty scary. That man ran because he seen the A-witch possessing her. Here's how it sounds like with audio.
Jonathan, I know you in here with a bitch. I know you in here with a bitch. Ma'am, you have the wrong house.
You need help.
Why do pretty girls sometimes never get approached by guys?
I actually completely agree with this person that this happens sometimes.
Okay.
And I feel like there's sometimes in some girls and like their look that just, they're so pretty, but they just like look high maintenance. I feel like I mean, I haven't been in the game in a while, but I feel like I look like a lot of work, you know? And it's like, I'll go with the girl who looks like chiller over there, you know? I feel like some people just like put forth that energy and other girls, but, and it's, I guess it's less to do, I don't know how pretty, and everything is subjective and people have different tastes, but I do feel like there are girls that just seem more approachable and like down to earth. And just because you might look like not down to earth doesn't mean that you aren't or that you are high maintenance, but that just might be like the energy you're putting forth, which is like, hey, I'm a lot of work. Come chat. Come chat.
So I was going to say the exact same thing. I think it has less to do with her appearance and has everything to do with the energy.
Yeah.
You know?
And I also feel like sometimes you might not even realize it, especially if you're shy or, you know, you're like with your girls, like you might be putting yourself in situations where you look intimidating. Like if you're with intimidating looking people, if you're all huddled together, like if it doesn't look like there's a point of entry, like I don't know what the right body language is to like signify that you are interested in chatting.
It's definitely not arms crossed. I know that.
That's like, I
love standing with my arms crossed like this. And I've had to teach myself to just hands to the side.
So standoffish.
Hi boomers. If you are over 60 and you are thinking about getting a divorce,
You may have noticed this trend among your friends. And in fact, since 1990, from 1990 until now, the rate of boomers or people over 60 who are getting divorced has doubled. So the chances that you might be thinking about divorce and be over 60 is not unusual. And the situation is different for you. Spousal maintenance is different. Dividing retirement accounts is different. Dividing assets is different. You don't have to deal with things like child support or parenting time or legal decision making. And most of the time when people are making the decision at that point, it's a quality of life decision. And they're deciding with the remaining years and with the money I have and the money I've inherited, what do I want to do with the rest of my life? And you want a divorce attorney who understands that and who is fair, transparent, and makes it easy for you. So that's what you should look for in a divorce attorney.
Speaking of divorce rates, remember earlier when I said I'll show it later in the video? Well, here you go.
Marriage rates in the United States from 1990 to 2020. Here's a beautiful little graph for all you nerds out there like myself that like to see this stuff. Look at this decline from the 90s just to 2020 alone. Look how that drops off right there. And you can even see there in about 2016, 2017, red pill content, and then you see a huge, bigger decline. And this is a shout out to Bachelor Joker on X. This is Better Bachelor for those of you who know him on YouTube. I like this guy's stuff. I enjoy his stuff. So credit to him. And he says, self-explanatory why marriages are on the decline. Men are waking up and women are acting more entitled and less feminine. Thanks to TikTok and OnlyFools, it's easier than ever to see it. Do you agree with this? I think this is super duper interesting, but I know that men are waking up.
The reason why I'm showing this again is because marriage today is a joke, so let this serve as a warning to you. Relationships today is a joke. People truly valued the idea of building a family back then, but today things have changed. Most people today place their value in the wrong places. If you plan on getting married, make sure it's something you want to do.
What do you think on feminism?
I don't support feminism.
Why not?
Because I think for a woman, it's very important to be with a man. First of all, human is human. And second, I was born and raised in a country where women love men and we respect them and we want to make their life happier, easier. And we love that, you know, like we love this feeling to make our men happy. And here's a big difference between European or Muslim. I'm totally fine with that cultures, but I don't know.
Why do you think the women here are so brainwashed and they don't think like that anymore?
American ones?
Yeah.
I think because they're like too strong. And to be honest, I really think that American guys are kind of scared of them. I don't know why, because they're too much independent. Like, I can open a door, I can do this. And I'm like, okay, baby, you can, you know?
I think it's time somebody digs deep into our culture and into our people to figure out what is going on upstairs with our women. Divorce is on the rise more than ever among Middle Easterns, whether they live in the Middle East or abroad. And just like we saw among westernized countries like America, when the women became independent is when the family structures collapsed. They collapsed to the point where now women are waking up and saying, you know what? I want a home again. I want my kids to have a healthy home. Well, the Middle Easterns are not there. We are at the point where we are collapsing because not only are women independent asking for a divorce, but we also have culture shock. A lot of our women are extremely spoiled. Yes, I said it. A lot of our women are extremely spoiled and the men cannot keep up. What is happening with our women?
Thing about America that you just do not like compared to India.
Cultures things. Yeah. Like family culture, the marriage, the relationship wise. In India, we love somebody. We try to live and marry one person for lifetime. But in US, they change women or man like a cloth. We want to sacrifice. Yeah. We need something, we want to sacrifice. Yeah. But in this country, they don't sacrifice.
This woman asked what is going on with our women upstairs because she realized that they have lost it. She's realized that their demands are unreasonable. And because of that, most men today have back away from approaching them. That's why men travel to other countries, to find women who still believe in traditional values.
My boyfriend slept with my best friend, but he says he loves me. What should I do? Marry him.
Believe him. Literally,
I think
that's your man.
I think he's the man of your dreams.
That's your man.
Honestly, like
Honestly.
if he says he loves you,
you know,
then let him sleep with
like if the guy that I love sleeps with my sister, and he says he loves me, oh my god, like I would just believe him.
Yeah, me too.
This probably isn't real, but if it is, these women need help.
You need help.